joy? My son used to ask me. What sad joy? I never understood what he really meant by that. Until some recent events gave me a clue as to what this is about. How many more disasters do we need before we realize that nuclear power is not a safe source of power? Three Mile Island, Chernobyl, and now Japan. Large areas of populated land devastated by nuclear fallout and radiation, rendered uninhabitable for tens of scores of years. Why are we running after this nuclear dream? For what sad joy? Understand? Fellow Toastmasters, judges, guests, and friends. Most of us may remember the recently concluded 123 agreement, the much criticized and controversial 123 agreement that was signed between the government of India and the United States. Opening up a market of over $250 billion worth of nuclear reactors for our country. Companies in Europe and United States who have been stung by the recent recession are salivating at the prospect of these huge 5,000, 6,000 megawatt plants that are expected to come up in our country. Nuclear scientists have been waxing eloquent about how nuclear power is a godsend, God's own gift to mankind. But after the recent disaster, Germany has cancelled all its agreements and contracts for extension or enhancements to its nuclear power facilities. Switzerland has put a moratorium on any new investment in nuclear power. What has India done? Nothing yet. What can India do? Let's look at some alternatives. If you look at our country, we have a coastline of almost 5,700 kilometers just on the mainland. If you add the two islands of Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep, it's almost 7,500 kilometers. Tidal power would be an excellent source of power for us. Waves are incessant, 24/7. They don't need vacations. They don't need to go to sleep. They are always available. It is estimated that the potential from tidal waves is almost 8,000 megawatts for our country. And today, we generate hardly 1.2 megawatts from this source. Windmills, few and far between, wherever they are slowly revolutionizing the power generation in our country. Of course, the costs are fairly high. Today, the capital cost of establishing a windmill is fairly high. But as their numbers go up, their costs will automatically come down. It's estimated that the potential of almost 44,000 megawatts available from wind power. And what are we doing today? Less than 1,000 megawatts. The sunlight incident upon our country can generate almost 7 kilowatts per square meter. Enough to meet our entire lighting needs for the entire country. However, if you look at contribution of solar power to our total consumption, it is almost 1%. Whereas in some advanced countries, it's almost 30%. So how did we get here? Why are we in this situation? Because of some decisions in the past. When we did not know any better, we invested in some nuclear power plants. We almost have about 4,500 megawatts of installed capacity in nuclear power plants. So what happens to these huge investments? What happens to the contracts that we have around these power plants with powerful nations like Germany and France and the United States? Ask our nuclear scientists and their sympathizers. Well, this reminds me of the way some villages in Kerala catch monkeys. They have these earthen pots, heavy earthen pots, with narrow mouths, half filled with peanut laddus. They leave it out in the open, and the monkeys get attracted to the laddus. They can push their hand in and grab the laddus, but they cannot take their fist out and don't let go of the laddus. The earthen pots are heavy, so they cannot run away. Bigger pots, they get caught. Friends, our past investments in nuclear power are these peanut laddus. We need to let them go so that your children and my children can live a life in this country without fear of disaster from nuclear disasters and accidents. We need appropriate technology. Technology that is appropriate for our country, our people, our towns, our cities, our villages. Take the example of gobar gas. It's more than 15 years since we started, generating power from gobar gas. But they're nowhere as prevalent or as pervasive as one would like to see it. There are in fact large farms in California and Scotland that are run entirely from gobar gas. Why are we running after nuclear power? For what sad joy? Friends, let's not allow vested interests to first jack up our demand for power and then sell us these hazardous technologies to meet that demand. Let's make sure that as much as possible, we leverage sources such as solar, tidal, and wind. Will you please repeat after me? Solar, tidal, wind.
Solar, tidal, wind.
Solar, tidal, wind.
Solar, tidal, wind.
Let's leverage these.
Let's leverage these.
And create a safer Hind.
And create a safer Hind.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Friends, I feel the magic of these possibilities. Do you? Over to you.